Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another live stream. Today in the just yesterday released Fenix A320. We're standing here at Vienna airport and as you can see the jetway is already connected. So finally the Fenix A320 is here. I was actually surprised when I received the message yesterday that it is released, because I thought that it's gonna be the weekend when the Fenix 320 will be released. However, I bought it immediately yesterday and I started the flight, or actually I started to set myself into the cockpit and calibrate the throttles. I had a few difficulties here in the beginning, but now it's working. It's not that easy with the Thrustmaster, and I know there are a lot of people having problems with the Thrustmaster calibration here, but I managed to calibrate it. And yeah, I didn't do any flight because it was too late yesterday, so this is gonna be my first flight ever with the Fenix A320. I use my lunch break to do this flight, and so I have actually no real details here about how everything looks like, how everything is working, and stuff like that. So I think from the outside the model looks really nice, really nicely done. The wing reflection is great, although I have to admit it looks a little bit like there is a, I don't know, skin of glue or something above it. So I'm not sure if this is the same as in the real world, but nevertheless I really like it. There is no like big edges, no. You can see here the little details on the nose here, all the dirt and mud and everything. Really nice details here. Also the gear is fully modeled here. Let's have a look into the gear pit. Also modeled, not just any 2D texture files here. And also here you have a lot of dirt and smear and stuff like that on the fuselage, on the wings down here. Very nice, very nice. Also the engines looks really, really good. Cabin is modeled as well. We can jump into the aircraft. You can see the model, the cabin is modeled here. Austrian Airlines with a 3.3 configuration here. Really nicely done. Really nicely done. Cockpit door, you can open these, and then here we are in the cockpit. I don't have that much time, so I cannot spend too much time here for the to check out the model and details and stuff, but there are a lot of other videos out there who already did exactly this. So let's close the cockpit door. Also the sound's changing. So if I open the cockpit door, it's quite loud from the outside. If I close it, it's a lot more quiet. Let me try to, I'm not sure if, let me turn up the volume here. And now have a look. This is from with the cockpit door closed, and then I will open it and you will hopefully notice the difference. That's really great. That is really great. Okay, so let us jump into the pilot's seat. Here we are. Everything looks fine, looks detailed. The circuit breakers are, I think, or should, at least most of them should be working. I don't want to push or pull them, or well, actually, you know, see, you can pull and push them. Very nice. Very nice. What I forgot to say yesterday, I set up some wing views, or let's say just 2 wing views, this one and this one, nothing more. And I'd say without further ado now, let's start up the aircraft. So connect the external power. Could have started the batteries first here. And what I also like about detail is that the knobs here, or the switches, are not quite accurate. You know, you can see they are a little bit weird, like not straight. And this is also something I heard is actually in the real A320 as well. So really nice detail here. So let's start to prepare the aircraft. This one on. Quick APU fire test. It's working. Engine fire test. And working as well. Very good. IRS will be aligned in more than 7 minutes. Turn this one to normal. Whoops. There we go. And here's the fly pad. We will get in there a little bit later. First of all, I want to set up the configuration again. So actually what I did is wait a second. Maintenance. Oh, it's maybe in Atsu. Oh no, it's in the fly pad. It's in the fly pad. Fenix app. So you can see the battery actually reduced 70% only now charging. But if the battery is off, then of course it's reducing its battery here. That's really great. So you just have to click here on the main page, so to say, and then you get your flight plan imported from SimBrief. We can see we have 22 minutes for the departure. There you have the weather for Vienna and for Innsbruck, as well as for Zurich as the alternate. It is connected via VATSIM. That's really nice. So if there is a tower controller online or something, then you can check its status up here. You can also see the TAF here for Vienna, or maybe you cannot. Oh yeah, you can in a TAF, and you can switch back to meter. So we can see 360 degrees, 3 knots, variable between 290 and 070, visibility greater than 10 kilometers, few clouds of 5,000, 26 temperature, 2.14, QNH 1023. So first of all, let's set that in. 1023. Set once. Okay, in the Austrian I don't have to set that. And what was it? 1023. Set that here as well. Okay. Now, what I want to do next is sim settings. I'll just check that out and set use airline settings for this aircraft here. So we use the real Austrian setup. Mass and balance. Load aircraft. Let's see. If I click on blend here, and this one is coming in. But this one should actually be accurate to the SimBrief. Let me quickly check. We have an estimated takeoff weight of 65.2. We have, oh, but let's check the fuel. 7396, 7396. And in the tanks we just have 3 tons. Okay. Passengers, okay, okay, okay. So I can load the aircraft. I use fast time. Ground services. GPUs connected, chocks are connected. We have the doors all open because we are now, of course, boarding. I'm not sure if they are moving automatically, but I think they should. At least I hope so. And yeah, that's about it. Here you can see our route, flight level 300 planned, Vienna to Innsbruck. This will be our route today, and you can also show the map where you can see, you cannot zoom in, but yeah, you can see runway 34 for departure, runway 08 for arrival. So that's gonna be an interesting approach as well. Let me check the weather here. Innsbruck is varying with 02, so we can land on 08, but we can also land on 26. I will just decide when we are airborne, just because I'm not sure how much time will be left. So let's jump into the FMC. We have a company message, so as we are in the AOC menu anyway, let's receive the load sheet. This is the preliminary load sheet. So before the boarding is completed, we have a zero fuel weight of 58,073. We have a takeoff fuel of 7166. Takeoff weight, you can check down. Packs, currently 18 of 119 in here. We see our CG here. So these are a lot of information considering the flight. To be honest, I have no idea what they mean. Fuel in tanks, that's also important. We're getting refueled, so I think, yeah, it's almost, or it is complete. So we can accept this. And you can see the doors here are changing. Okay, so I guess it's completed, the cargo loading is completed. So flight init, init data request, and then we should get the information from SimBrief here. If everything is fine. Austrian 9 Lima Foxtrot, Vienna to Innsbruck, alternate Zurich, ETE is 49 minutes, and that is correct. So we can now jump into the FMC itself. Init request, and then we should now receive this flight plan as well. IRS init, align on ref, confirm align, so that's done as well. Then we go back. Flight number is the Austrian 9 Lima Foxtrot. We have a cost index today of 34, and we have a cruise flight level of 300. So, according to our... No, wait a second. There we... Wait a second. Okay. So, mass and balance. So we have to check the zero fuel weight is 53,283. 53,283. And we have a zero fuel weight oh, come on, really? And we have a zero fuel weight CG of 29.9. So we set that in. Yeah, okay. What was the zero fuel weight again? 53.8. 53.8 slash okay, we have to wait because it's still changing as we are boarding, so we leave that for now, but we can set the departure. So departure runway will be 34, and if we have a look on the flight plan on the route, we will depart via the Invo 3 Delta. Oh, there we are, Invo 3 Delta. IRS is now aligned. And here you can see to Ospen, so the route is already completed in there. And for the approach Nanit to Alpha, I plan now for the... I think I'm gonna plan for the RNAV. Or for the localizer. Let's plan for the localizer. Are there two different ones? Localizer Romeo 26. Okay, and then the Nanit to Alpha. Insert. And now this is done. So we can still decide to do a circle to land, or whatever we want to do then. Or actually, you know what? We don't fly the lock. We just take runway 26. There's a localizer DME East. And that's what I want to do. Lock 26. Yeah, I think it's the lock. DME East. I don't know about the lock Whiskey. It should be the localizer DME West approach. So let's just take lock 26. And then the Nani to Alpha. Type that in. And then we can decide whether we want to go a circle to land procedure or not. So, what's also very nice is that we have the Navigraph charts boarding complete. Okay, that's great. Oh, already 8 minutes over. So, my flight. Okay. Import sim brief. Okay, there we go. Wonderful. So we can now have a look on Vienna. First of all, we want to have the ground charts. Airport. So you can see we are here. Runway 34 for departure. It's down here. So what we're gonna do, and now that's also nice, we have a pen here. Take the red color, use it a little bit like this, and then what we're gonna do is we taxi. Okay. We taxi down here. No. Come on. How is this working? I cannot. Okay, I understand. Okay, so we will taxi down here using taxiway mic, and then go here down on Echo and taxi all the way down to where's the pen? Why can I not? Hello? Okay, anyway, you know what I mean, right? For the departure, we are flying the that's not Linux, Letbar, Modem, Medix, repeat, Soviet. Okay, there we go. We are flying the IMVOP 3 Bravo, so this is 3 Charlie, 3 Alpha. Where's the 3 Bravo? 3 Delta? Okay, here's the IMVOP 3 Delta. IMVOP 3 Charlie. And IMVOP 3 Alpha. I cannot find the 3 Bravo. Okay, is there a way to search for it? No, there is not. IMVOP 3 Alpha. And IMVOP 3 Charlie. That's so weird. I mean, why is there no IMVOP 3 Bravo? And we are flying the IMVOP. Oh, we are flying 3 Delta. Okay, I'm very sorry. IMVOP 3 Delta, so here we are. We can see we're gonna depart 3-4 and then make a left turn here. And then fly down to Ospen here. Okay, so if I click on route, I can see the map here. That's where we want to fly. And now I can go for the departure brief, and the boarding is completed, so we should have received our final load sheet. There is the company message. So we go to receive messages and then check the load sheet. Compliance with ADNO 1. So now we have to compare it to the preliminary, but it's not as easy because the Fenix doesn't have a printer installed. So basically there is a printer, but it's not working. So it's basically run out of paper or so, I don't know. Okay, but we have all the necessary information here. We have a 0 fuel weight. What I can do actually is okay, I thought they are separated here. I really thought they are separated. Okay, anyway, then we have to do it differently. So we have to go back here into our flight plan, our flight information. There we have the flight plan, and but that was not what I was looking for. I was looking for this one here. Okay, so 58.0 is our 0 fuel weight, 58.0, and we have a 0 fuel weight CG of 31.6, 31.6. We have a block fuel of 7396, so make it 7.4 tons. There we go, and now go to the perf page. Transition altitude is fine, and now we need to go to the performance page. So we are departing Vienna runway 34, runway surface is dry. We can now sync it with the load sheet, which is the final one. And then you can see it's just setting up its the details automatically. Anti-ice off, packs will be off, force toga no, config will be optimum. Weather condition we can sync with the live weather. So we have the information here. And then what we can also do is, for example, we have a very short flight today, so we actually could depart from Bravo 10 or Bravo 11 instead of Bravo 12, so I can view the intersection data. And I can say, for example, I want to depart from Bravo 10. So I type that in, and now it's calculating with Bravo 10 departure. So we can now see we have a V1 of 134, 134, 137. To shift we have 1300, flaps down 1 down 0.3, and flex temp 63. So we will set that in 134, 134, 139. Meters to shift is 1300, 1 slash down 0.3, and the flex temp was 63. 63, and 1590, 1590, and 1590. So that's fine. We will set up the approach page later on, so everything is now set. QNH is set as well. So we can start with the before start checklist. Cockpit prep is completed. Gear pins and cover is not yet removed, so let's do that. Parking brake is set. And then we go to the Fenix page. We go to ground services. And delete chocks and cones. Signs are on and auto. ADRS is nav. Fuel quantity is 7,400 kilograms balanced. Takeoff data is set. And barrel ref 1023 set on both sides. Down to the line. So for now, let's start the APU. Can check here on the APU page now that soon the flap will be open and the N1 will be rising. We can now close the cockpit door here, or lock the cockpit door. Flap open, and now the N% is rising. Is there a way to set the bucks manually? Automatically? I don't think so, right? No. So you can set the V-bucks here manually. I think that should be the V-bucks for the arrival, for the departure. So basically I could set these to 139, 139, and these are set to 134. Whoops! Okay. Stay calm, my friend. Okay, anyway. So APU started, and APU is available. Switching back to doors, so we can continue with the checklist below the line. Windows and doors are closed and locked, and cockpit windows are closed as... Whoops. Cockpit windows are closed as well. Beacon lights now on. Mobile phone is set to off. Thrust levers are set to the idle position, that's correct, and the parking brake is set. So before start, checklist completed. We can now start the APU bleed. Disconnect the external power, and now also disconnect the ground power unit. Let's see, the jetway should be disconnected. Yes, it is, because boarding was completed, so it automatically disconnected. And now I can try, I had problems with that yesterday, to connect the pushback truck. Okay, wonderful, this is working now, because yesterday I had some problems. I used the toolbar pushback and that was not working at all. There is a hard cut here, don't know what that is. Okay, so 122.8 sent to Unicom. And what's also very nice is we have the possibility to create a secondary flight plan. I'm just not sure. yeah, for example, here we can set now Vienna to Vienna, just in case we have some problems and need to return to Vienna. Then we can use this, and because now we have now we have all the information here on the secondary flight plan, and then we can just activate the secondary flight plan, and then we can easily return back to Vienna, and we have everything set up already. I won't do that right now. We need to depart now as let's see, Vienna traffic, Austrian 9 Lima Foxtrot at gate Foxtrot 09 is now pushing back, runway 34 for departure, Vienna traffic. So, let's see how this is. Okay, this is not working. I need to release the parking brake first, of course. And there we go. Bleeders are on, and I'd say we are ready to start engine number 2. There we go, engine's running up. We just have to go to the outside. Let's check. I want to taxi into this direction here. So let me see what happens if I press this button. Okay, this is the correct button. Okay, I see. It's not as easy as with the toolbar pushback because you have to do it manually, but at least it is working. It seems to be a little bit quiet here. Well, maybe that's my own sound setting here. Could be. Okay, so engine number 2 is up, starting engine number 1. And we can now stop the pushback. We set the parking brake. And we disconnect the target. So what is a little bit weird is when you switch from the inside to the outside, there's a bang on the aircraft. I don't know why that is. Weird. Okay, anyway. Everything is set. So we turn on the charts again. And we have the airport here. So what is a little bit sad is that they don't save what you draw here. That's a little bit sad, but anyway. Where's my checklist? After start, checklist. Anti-eyes not required. Ecam status checked and normal. Ignition off. Pitch trim. We now need to set the pitch trim to 0, down 0. Come on, down 0, down. Oh, come on, please. Down 0.3, there we go. Rudder trim should be 0, that's correct. After start, checklist completed. So, flight controls check. Full up, full down, neutral, full left, full right, neutral, and rudder, full left, full right, and neutral. So set flaps for departure. Set the initial climb. Taxi lights on. Auto brakes set to max. And reset the clock. Can turn off the APU bleed as well as the APU master switch. And there we go. Vienna traffic, Austrian 9 Lima Foxtrot is taxiing now to runway 34 Vienna traffic. So parking brake released, clear on the left side. Let's check clear on the right side and start the chrono. So the engines are a little bit quiet in the cockpit. I hope there will be a fix soon. The sound itself is actually really nice, just a little bit quiet, but also maybe these are my, I don't know, maybe it's my problem as well. I have no idea. So we can arm the spoilers here. Oh. So the outside sounds are fine, absolutely fine. The inside sounds are too quiet for my impression. So right side is clear, left side is clear as well. There's a Qantas 737. And also the wings, they look so short, aren't they? I mean, from the A320neo, they look much longer than just until here. I don't know. That's a little bit weird. Check right side again is clear, left side is clear as well. Now we can do the before takeoff checklist. So flight controls are checked, the flight instruments are checked as well. Briefing is confirmed, flap setting is config 1 plus F. FMA takeoff data is set. We have V1 134, VR 134, V2 139, flex temp 63 degrees. We will depart from intersection Bravo 10. Transponder set 2000, that's okay. Where? What's going on? Okay. Don't know what happened here. Turn on the constraints here. So 2000 is set. ECA takeoff no blue. Takeoff checklist to the line completed. Nope. I just left this gate where no traffic was, and now there are 2 aircraft connected. So you can see here's the taxi light. That looks a little bit weird here down on the wheels. At least on my screen here. I think on the stream it's better.
Vienna traffic, Euro wings 3 Alpha Romeo, island approach, runway 34, 11 miles out.
We will turn now right onto taxiway Echo. We can ding the cabin. Okay, that's interesting. The ding is not working. Let's try this one. Or maybe I just... Oh, no, 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 no. Can we open? No, we cannot open the cockpit door. Okay. Left side clear. So we now have to take care as there's an aircraft approaching runway 34. He was 11 miles out. So we definitely have to let him in. Before we depart. So actually I really like the aircraft. So far it's really great. It's definitely study level. You can do a lot of things, as I just noticed in a few videos, or in a lot of videos, and there's a lot of stuff to do. You can push a lot of buttons, and yeah, that's really great. So we're taxiing with idle thrust, and we're still increasing, so that's fine. There is the other aircraft. I can see the lights already. I think you cannot on the stream. And the next taxiway to the left here, this is Bravo 10. Vienna traffic, Austrian 9 Lima Foxtrot is holding short runway 34 at Bravo 10, giving way to the incoming traffic.
Yeah, incoming traffic on 3-miles final.
So we're now here at Bravo 10. So wait now here, parking brake is set. So, before takeoff, checklist below the line, cabin is secured for takeoff, engine mode selected normal. TCAS, we can set to TARA. PACs, we leave them on for now, but we will turn it off. And we will turn the PACs off once we're taxiing on the runway. Actually, we can check the status page again. Okay, everything is normal. The condition tells us 23, 24 degrees in the cabin, that's fine. The other aircraft is now touching down here. Vienna traffic, Austrian 9 Lima Foxtrot, lining up runway 34 behind the incoming A320, Vienna traffic. Parking brake released. PAC 1 and PAC 2 off. Landing lights and runway turn-off lights on. Thrust.
Inner traffic, Eurowings 3 Alpha, Romeo is clear of runway 34.
So, transponder mode is set to TARA. At least it should be set. Is it set to TARA? Switch that to on now. and we use we don't follow the yellow line. We use as much runway as possible. That looks really short. Okay, so we are on the runway. Everything is set. Check the status page. Pack 1 and 2 is off. That's correct. Vienna traffic, Austrian A320 Lima Foxtrot, taking off from runway 3 for Innsbruck 3 Delta departure. So we keep the brakes until we have 50% N1. Then we release the brakes and set flex temp. 50%, stable, and flex temp. I want to hear the cabin sound. Well, it sounds a little bit quiet, does it? Engine stable. V1, rotate. Positive rate of climb. Gear up. You cannot hear the gear sound, it's very quiet here. And left turn. Manage climb. And thrust climb. Why is the strobe light off? Pack 1 on. What is that? 205 knots, okay. Flaps 0, speed check, flaps 0.
Vienna traffic, radio check.
5x5. We can continue to climb now to flight level, oops, 300. Yeah, pack 2 is now turn on. Nose down. And autopilot 1 engage. Ground spoilers disarm, flaps are up. Aircraft is climbing. That's fine, we are almost back en route. There we go. So I have to admit the sound of the engines is really great, and it's really great back here, the sound itself, but for me it's just too quiet. I'm not sure, but I think it's also quiet compared to the real life. Here now the engines are fine, but yeah, back in the cabin, I don't know, and the gear level, the gear sound is, well, basically not even there. So passing now flight level 100, so we switch that to standard, turn off the lights here. Packs are on. And we can now as the autopilot is on, go to Innsbruck, and I will now save my arrival charts here. We have to narrow it to Alpha, and we have to localize a DME East. And ground charts, we need the airport airport briefing, I think it is. No. Airport briefing arrival. That's what I was looking for. Yeah, airport info takeoff minimums, of course. Okay, so if I go to stat now, we have the non-it to Alpha. So that means we're coming from Salzburg, flying direct Rattenberg, and from Rattenberg we start our approach, which is the localizer DME East approach. That means from, I want to zoom in with the mouse wheel, but I need to use the plus here. So from Rattenberg, we fly on a heading of 207 to intercept the localizer 111.1 Oscar Echo Victor for runway 26. We are approaching on the localizer down. We can see here we have a glide slope of 3.77 degrees where we want to descend. And at the point, let's see, missed approach climb gradient minimum. What is that saying minimum? I can't read it. Mim. Yeah, maybe. So just to make sure that everything is fine, we use this one here. So we use a decision height of 1,806. And if we do not see the airport from that point, then we have to go around. So, too steep path ahead. Okay, I didn't do anything. So we can clear the constraints here. So everything, it looks good. I now check the approach page and go to Fenix, my flight, and check the weather for Vienna, for Innsbruck. So we have a QNH of 1025 and 23 degrees. 1025, 23 degrees. The wind is varying with 02. And Barrow, I just set 1000, or Barrow is 3700 then in that case. 3700. QNH 1025, so we can set that in already, although I cannot see what I'm... Okay, we cannot. But what we can do is, we can turn it in here, 1025, set standard. 1025, set standard. So, okay. So at that point we have to go around 3700. And that's roughly 0.2 here. There we go. DME 6, around DME 6 of the Oscar Echo Victor. And then what we also need is let's see, visual approach circle to land. So this is what's interesting now for us. So we're coming in here on the localizer 111.1, and at this point, DME 4.2 Oscar Echo Victor, we break off the localizer approach. By the way, can I? No, I leave the seatbelt signs on. We break off, turn left onto a heading of 230 at 3,700, which is also our minimum decision altitude. So we fly on a heading of 230 until we are close of these mountains here. We maintain 3,700. We turn then right 264 degrees and fly along the mountains until DME 3.5 Oscar Echo Victor. And then we do a right turn onto the final of runway 08. So church axioms for start of right base. So when we pass the church here, you can see here's the church. When we pass it, then we turn right onto the runway. So here's the circle to land procedure again, and we have also a continuous page with a visual approach procedure following the instrument approach. Heavens effects. I'm not quite sure. Following the instrument approach 11.3, and 11.3 actually is the localizer DME west approach. So that's when we approach from the other side. Okay. So important for us to notice is that we need to cross Salzburg at 9,500 or above, and Rottenburg as well, 9,500 or above. After that, we go to the localizer DME east approach. And when we pass Rottenburg at 9,500, we can maintain that until we are approaching Oscar Echo Victor final fix 26, where we start our descent then. So, approach briefing is completed. We will approach flight level 300 here, and there is our top of descent. You can see it on the white arrow here. Let me check from the outside. Yeah, the aircraft is quite stable, so we can turn off the seatbelt signs. And if I check the flight plan here, Rottenburg is at flight level 109, that's fine, because we then still have the possibility to descend until we cross, we pass Advik. And let's see. Okay, so I want to cross Advik at 9,500. I don't want to be above it, I want to be at 9,500. And if we now check the operational flight plan, we can do a quick fuel check here as well. We are now passing Innsbruck. Here 5.8 tons of fuel on board, and we have 6 tons, so we are fine here. Cabin altitude is at 5,500 feet, that's correct. Fuel used is 1,340, and according to our flight plan we should have used 1,600 tons, so that's fine. I can okay, I can refresh it. Okay, that's great. So for the weather, you can see here departure and destination weather as well as alternate weather. There is our route. There we have the wind charts. We can see we have headwinds here all the way from Vienna to Innsbruck, and here we have the weather as well. NOTAMs. So we could read the NOTAMs if we want to be, like, you know, really accurate. We can read the NOTAMs here. for Vienna, as well as down here for Innsbruck. Temporary cableway for material transport erected area Innsbruck, östliche Klammstraße 160. Engine run test stand between hangar 3 and 4 not available. Crane erected, crane erected. So that's not of any interest for us. Limited range of Innsbruck NDB possible due to construction work. Crane, crane, crane. A lot of cranes there. And that's it. And we have here, by the way, the Fenix user guide as well as the normal checklist. I printed it out, so I have it in paper form. We're now reached cruising flight level of 300. So what I want to do now is I want to set in Innsbruck NDB on 420 here. Just for my reference, as you can see here, for the charts. So if we fly here, then we have a reference here of Innsbruck NDB. So I can just calculate that almost at a 270 degrees radial we need to turn. I could say of a let's say 276 radial, I have to turn to heading of 264. So I will monitor this NDB on the navigation display, and then I know when I have to turn on to this heading. And we're now close to the top of descent already. So let's, whoops, go down, set it to flight level 100. Or actually I can also set it down to 9,500. It's also okay, as we're gonna do a managed descent, and therefore the aircraft will just descend according to the profile. Check the fuel page here, center tank is empty. Basically I could turn off the center tanks here. I hope that's working. And I want to try something else. Okay, so the engine is losing. Okay, so better turn that back on. So I'm not quite sure why I have to turn on the center tank pumps, because the tank is empty anyway. But if the aircraft wishes so, then I do it. Your wish is my command, aircraft. So what happens if I... So I can delete that, right? No, not really. So I can clear it, but if I check the status page, then it's still on. Okay, so let's just turn them back on. So I know that Boeing is descending by itself once it approaches the top of descent, but Airbus won't do that. So we have to do that manually. And we can do that. Well, actually, how far is it? Okay, 5 miles. So manage descent. Descent checked, alt blue. Flight level 95 blue. And now check the approach performance page. So runway 08, apply the meter, aircraft config. So we can check that, low auto brake, flaps full, idle, no reverse. We do max reverse, or actually idle, no reverse. Manual landing, landing weight. Okay, I have to put that in manually. I thought I can overtake that, but apparently I cannot. Let's see. There's, by the way, a PAX info list, so I have business class, passengers, economy class, or key corporate. Oh, 2 key corporate. Well, gold guest list. Okay. So then we have to check the FMC for the landing weight then. But to be honest, I have no idea where I can check that. Okay, then I might have to calculate that. So right now we have a gross weight of 63.7, and we will lose some more fuel. And you can see, by the way, the blue arrow is exactly on Nerid here. And we are perfectly fine on the profile. So, if we check... No, let me check the... Oh, yeah, of course. Okay, so pilot brief. Operational flight plan. And I should have the... Here, landing weight. Estimated landing weight will be 62.9. So let's just use that. 62,900. Landing distance procedure. Oh, okay. If there is any mistake here, I think that's it. No? Yeah. Okay. Runway 8, dry. It is dry. Refresh the meter. Apply. Oh, and now the QNH is 1023, so we need to change that, and temperature is 25 degrees. So you can see the line here is going way up, so if I use low auto brake and idle no reverse, it's not working. If I use reverse, then it is working. So medium auto brake. Okay, so I need a flat full landing, medium auto brake, and auto throttle, auto thrust on max reverse. That's what I wanted to say. Okay, 25 degrees and 1023. So I need to set that in. 1023 and okay, 25 degrees. I will change that. The wind is 303. 300 at 3. Okay, and just to remember, so I break off at DME 4.2 Oscar Echo Victor. That's the point where we break off. Is there a way to set that in the FMC as a fixed info? Oscar Echo... I have no idea what I'm doing here. Oscar Echo... Oscar Echo Victor 4.2. I don't think that's working. No. Okay. So I might do it differently then. I type in Oscar Echo Victor as a fixed info. Let's see if this... Because this is just the indication of the ILS. I don't... Oh, that is working. And then I do a radius of 4.2. I think that's... Okay, 4 miles. And I want to have 3,700. Okay, that's not working. Okay, but this is working. So we know at 4.2 DME, we need to turn left onto a heading of what was it, 230. Radial 230. I'll type that in as well. Okay, so that's I don't want to have a radial from Oscar Echo Victor, but from the radius here. What is a beam? Is there something happening? What's going on? What did I do? Okay, so let's just leave it and fix info. Let's make it a 5 nautical mile radius so that we know it. So I have no idea which aircraft I like more. If it's the Fenix A320 or the PMDG. Of course the Fenix 320 is way more detailed. The level of complexity is a lot higher, and the aircraft is really great to fly. But I think that I personally like Boeing better. Still, I'm not sure, but I can just not get enough of the Boeing here. So check the red nav page. We have Oscar Tango Tango, isn't it? Romeo Tango Tango. Okay, I have no idea. Innsbruck traffic, Austrian 9 Lima Foxtrot is passing Rattenberg for the localizer DME East approach, circling to land runway 05. 08 of course. Passing now 10,000. Turn on the lights. We leave that lights out. And turn on the seatbelt signs. There is Innsbruck. And now we are continuing the descent to 9,500. And we keep 9,500 until we pass Advik. We reduce now the speed to 250 knots. Still some snow here. I don't think there's snow in real life, but anyway. So QNH is now 1023. 1023. Hi Infinite 224. Well, I did not experience any frame drop. Well, there was one stutter in Vienna, but I'm not sure if this is a problem of the Fenix. So for now, I don't experience any trouble with that, and we have a company message. Let's quickly check that. Austrian Ops, no ADC required. No, of course, because I was on time. But thanks for advising me. So after we pass DME 19, Oscar Echo Victor, and now we need to descend with 3.7, or let's make it 3.8. And now we descend down to 3,500, 3,700. There we go.
2,500.
Radio altimeter alive. And at DME 4.2 we break off the localizer and fly visual. Yeah, for now, well, I didn't have any FPS issue during the flight, although I did not track my FPS. So to be honest, I have no idea how high they are, or low, or whatever. But there was no noticeable difference. Let's go for 3.9 here. Set flaps 1. We can set a heading of 230 already, so we have that in. Nope. Speed reducing 180 now. There we have also the Innsbruck NDB. There is the airport, there's the runway. So I'm not sure if the church, which we need to use as reference point, is really there. And the problem is I don't get the speed down here at the moment. But I will be finally configured at the latest at the downwind. So we are 7.7 miles. So we will fly along this mountain here, over these here, along this side. And we lost track of the VOR, so I better turn now on a heading of 230.
Above.
Terrain ahead. Pull up.
And speed now coming down. Go back to speed manage. And we are perfectly fine on the track.
Minimum.
Landing. And we can see we are perfectly fine on the track here.
Minimum.
Flaps 2, speed checked, flaps 2.
Minimum. Minimum.
Flaps
Minimum.
3.
Minimum.
And now heading 264. Gear down. Flaps full. Spoilers arm, auto brake medium. Cabin crew advise. Why is...
Minimum.
Okay, signs was... okay. And now we are perfectly configured for the approach. Innsbruck traffic, Austrian 9, Lima Foxtrot is on the downwind runway 08. So pilot disconnected. I'm not sure if I can see the church here somewhere. So we set the heading of 080. Can the co-pilot see something out here? Nope. The church should be somewhere down here. It's hard to see, but according to the charts it should be somewhere here. But I'm sorry, I cannot see anything here. Okay, anyway, let's start a turn here.
Terrain ahead.
Terrain ahead. Pull up. Terrain ahead. Pull up.
1000.
Ja, das ist leider Schnee. Ich weiß auch nicht, warum der Flight Simulator das nicht hinkriegt. Okay, Mitte des Dorfes. Ja, ich habe die Charts einfach genommen. Muss mal schauen. Da muss ich mal gucken, wenn hier mal kein Schnee liegt. Keine Ahnung, warum hier Schnee liegt bei 25 Grad. There's the runway. A little bit off here. Well, at least the airport is clear of snow. So first ever landing with the Fenix A320. Oh, come on. Puppy say 4 white. Three white, 1 red. And now we are fine.
500.
So landing checklist, landing memo, yeah, nothing blue. Landing checklist. Gear down. Thank you very much, Sven. Thank you very much for the donation. Unfortunately, the message was too small.
Pull up.
40, 30, 20. Retard.
Oops. Oh, Monday, Tuesday landing. Whoa. Okay, that was too slow here. Anyway, we made it down. Yeah. Hi, DG Spotting. Manual braking hier. Ja, ich werde heute Abend nochmal streamen. Ich muss mal schauen, wie viel Uhr ich das mache. Aber ich gehe davon aus, dass ich das auf jeden Fall heute Abend nochmal streamen werde. Ich weiß nur noch nicht von wo nach wo. Aber ich werde auf jeden Fall nochmal online gehen. Das war jetzt nur so ein kurzer Hüpfer. Heute Abend habe ich dann mehr Zeit. So, Innsbruck traffic, Austrian 9 Lima Foxtrot, runway 08 vacated. So, terrain radar off. TARA off, landing lights off. APU start. Okay, well, for my first ever landing, was not bad. Although it was a little bit hard in the end. But, yeah. So overall, the Fenix is a really, really great aircraft. I really like it, and I'm really looking forward to the stream tonight. I just have to find a suitable route. Maybe we're doing a longer flight so that I can test some things and have a look on the outside and inside and on the cabin and stuff like that. What's going on? What's going on? Okay. Don't know what that was. Okay, so let's check. Yeah, we're fine. Set the parking brake. Okay, now let me have a look on the donation from Sven. I just want to check the message. Sven, du hast was dazu geschrieben, ne? Weil irgendwie ist das hier ein bisschen klein geraten auf dem Bildschirm. Ich konnte es leider nicht lesen. Aber ich werde mal nachgucken. Irgendwo werde ich es jetzt gleich nochmal sehen können. Ich gehe jetzt erstmal hier runter von der Unicom-Frequenz. So. Let me see. Nordastron, ja, dankeschön, vielen Dank und ja, dann sehen wir uns heute Abend. Also ich denke mal so gegen 18:30 oder sowas, 19 Uhr spätestens, denke ich, werde ich online kommen. Well, I have some problems here with the donation box, so I'm very sorry, Sven, but we'll check that later on. For now, I have to leave again as I have to go back to work. So overall, I have to admit that the Fenix is definitely a very great aircraft. I have no problems with the FPS so far. And why did I not turn down the volume? The engines. And yeah, so I'm really looking forward to the stream tonight. will be around 17 to 17:30. No, 16 to 16:30 Zulu, I think. And we'll think about the route, and hope to see you guys back then. And yeah, that's all I want to say. And tonight we're gonna take a closer look on the aircraft here. Thank you very much, and I hope to see you tonight. Bye bye.